Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, November the 23rd. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. There's a look at the temperature trace from my weather station in Helena, and you can see where the front came through last night. Right after midnight, the temperature dropped on the order of about 7 to 8 degrees or so. And it's going to be settling into the lower 50s for the highs today, and then we should be falling into the 40s this afternoon. In the upper atmosphere, the satellite image, the water vapor satellite image overlaid with the 500 millibar pattern shows a deep trough over the Great Lakes, and then we've got the closed low out over San Diego or just off the southwest coast of the U.S. And of course the front at the surface has moved through, and the 1051 high settling into the north central part of the United States is ushering in some relatively cold air. Look at that at 5 a.m., minus 11 up there in northern North Dakota, and lots of single digits in parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, the Dakotas, and parts of Montana and Wyoming and Idaho. So lots of chilly weather. Rainfall-wise, we're not going to see a great deal of precipitation, although we could see probably on the order of maybe 1/10 of an inch, maybe a little bit more than that, with patchy light rain or drizzle primarily this morning and into the early afternoon hours. And of course, it is rather cold, and the purple areas you see out there to the west of Alabama are winter weather advisories. A lot of that red is also for the dry air, and red flag advisories for the very dry air. Precipitation-wise, we're not going to get much precipitation with this shot, but coming Tuesday primarily, late Monday and into Tuesday, and ending on Wednesday probably, we'll have on the order of a very good soaking rain that could be on the order of 2 to 4 inches across the southeastern U.S. All right, the 06Z GFS model run, and we're going to talk about that as well as a little bit on the NAM in just a couple of minutes here. There is the high settling in over the north central part of the U.S., and of course we do have some precipitation in our vicinity for today, especially this morning or very early afternoon. The trough moves on through across the Great Lakes and into the eastern United States, but we come under a little bit of ridging, although we have cold air under that as the high settles in over about St. Louis, and you see the 540 line coming down into eastern Tennessee, so the cold air settling in across the eastern half of the country. But with a closed low out there off to the west, we have to watch for the development of low pressure, which will develop in the northwestern Gulf on Monday. So as that closed low comes across West Texas and eastern New Mexico on Monday, we'll see the development of that of the surface low in the northwestern Gulf. By Tuesday, that closed upper low is now centered over about Houston. And underneath that, we're going to be seeing this closed low, surface low, move along the Gulf Coast. And again, a nice setup for the possibility of some wintry precipitation. Models often don't handle this that well. This is around 84 hours. There's a look at the 850 millibar temperatures according to the GFS, and it suggests that we probably will be okay. Possibility that late Monday we might see the precipitation begin with some freezing rain or perhaps some sleet, and then switch over as the atmosphere warms a bit. Now we get out to Wednesday, and the closed low, the closed upper low, moves over into the vicinity of Tallahassee, Florida, and Valdosta, Georgia, and the surface low is just off the coast of Jacksonville. Now, this is where, and the 850 temperatures have now dropped back down, and so there's a possibility we might see some wraparound wintry precipitation. Now, the biggest threat appears to be, and let's take a look at the NAM. This is NAM snow depth totals. The biggest threat for wintry precipitation appears to be off to the west in Arkansas and western Tennessee, maybe even parts of northern Mississippi. However, the GFS is suggesting, and this is valid at 18Z on Wednesday, is suggesting the possibility of some wraparound snow. We don't usually get large amounts, but this is getting up into the 1 to 2 inch amounts, according to the GFS. So this is something we're going to have to watch. Models often don't handle these shallow, cold air situations real well, so we'll have to watch that. Following that system, though, that low moves up the Atlantic coast and is going to cause some headaches for travelers on Wednesday and Thursday. But by Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, it's up into the Canadian Maritimes, and it's moving off. By Friday, the high is settled over the eastern part of the country, and much of the U.S. is going to be dry as we all enjoy parades and whatever on the day after Thanksgiving and Black Friday. And then when we get out to Saturday, a week from today, the surface high centered over the eastern Great Lakes area, and once again, much of the country in good weather. And in the upper atmosphere, you can see that we do have mostly a ridge over the eastern part of the country, but we've got another trough off the southwest U.S. coast. So I'm not worried about this one yet. We were going to get through the first one first, the first two today, and then on Monday, Tuesday time frame and early Wednesday. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video. Looking forward to seeing everybody at the Storm Alert Extreme. Expect to have the next Weather Xtreme video posted first thing on Sunday morning. Hope that you have a great day, and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.